Perhaps not. First, you plot murder against our guests and taint our hospitality without Matriarch Babel's permission. This is an act of betrayal. Second, you've learned technologies from the Northerners, but you refuse to share the knowledge with the tribe. That is against our code. Oh, that's the end? Alright. It's looking like another night that Zach probably won't be getting on because it's already 12 over there for him. He gets back home, he's probably just gonna go to sleep. And that's fine, especially if he is off tomorrow. You know, go ahead, get your day started early tomorrow with some good rest. And it's starting to rain. Anyway, I can't exactly... I went and did the... There was that Hot Wheels game that was free for like a month. I went and played that, got some quick trophies out of there, then deleted it because every other trophy would take too long, and I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to get certain things done, and I was just doing that to kill time. And got close to protocol re-downloading for hardcore difficulty. Anyway, there's this side quest here in Inizuma that I can do that'll probably be a bit, you know, quieter than the desert quest was, so I don't have anything else to do, so even if I was told to keep it down, I need to keep moving on anyway. Oh, hello, it's been a while since I last saw you. I come here often, actually. Well, not really, it's true, I haven't been back for a while now. I knew it. Now I may be getting on in the years and losing my memory, but at least I didn't forget that. Ah, me. Not only is my memory like a sieve, but I've been finding myself more and more puzzled by what younger folk are interested in. Before a youngin' from Fontaine came here, saying that he was making a film and chatted on and on with the master of the house. Goodness, he kept saying dear, throwing around a word like that all willy-nilly. Does he have no shame? Was his name Xavier? Yes, that's him. He mentioned you as well. It sounded like he received funds from the Tenrio Commission and finally managed to make a film, but the Commission wasn't satisfied with the result. But he wanted to stick with it, so he came to see us, the Commission in charge of the humanities and arts, for help. I didn't expect the Master to agree to this, let alone send Kuharu to help. Is this film really so interesting? This is all completely beyond me. Still, since the Master agreed, I should not pass judgment as a mere butler. But after thinking it over, I'm still worried about Kuharu. Worried? About Kuharu? That's right. I can tell that Kuharu isn't too fond of this jabbering outlander. She's always strictly obeyed the commands of the Master and Lady and would never deliberately disobey an order, but that child lacks training and composure. That outlander is a bit too unreserved. If he ruffles Kodaha's feathers and she can't restrain herself again, there'll be trouble. Kodaha's training hasn't been brief by any means, and while her skills are far from perfect, she really easily could knock someone lacking in fighting skills out. Training? Knockout? Who is Kodaha anyway? Or Kuharu anyway? Well, who do you think Kuharu and I are? Whatever answer you have in mind, all you need to know is that we're absolutely loyal to the Outlaw Commission and the Kamisato clan. Since you know the boy and have earned the trust of the entire house, a humble housekeeper such as myself is naturally at ease when it comes to you. If you could find a time to see how the film is coming along, I'd be eternally grateful. Sure thing. I seem to recall that you took a group of people to the island south of here. Anyway, thanks for letting me talk your ear off for this long. Please come back when you have the time. The entire house would be honored. This is not a side quest that I thought it was gonna be the Patharos whatever thing, because it's the only side quest here that I apparently have not done. But that's apparently not the case. I kind of also want the music to start playing, since I'm not going to be in the, whatchamacallit. I'm actually going to use this as a test. I'm going to see if with this recent update of the game that's broken the music. Well, before it used to be all the sound, and the music would actually be, I think, the only thing that would play. No, I think it was nothing played. Let's wait a minute. I just don't trust it. Something's not right. So we're gonna go in here and see if this will fix the music. Just go in there for a minute. We're just gonna leave and then, you know, leave. I know at this point that even if Zach does get on, we are not gonna end up doing anything. But he was having good days at work. And now he's not. And of course that would seem loud in the house. Nobody is actually out doing anything. They got the TV off. They're not even watching anything. They're just on their phones. It's weird. Maybe they're planning my execution. We will see if this did anything. If it didn't, it just didn't. And the music just fixes at random. Okay, so domains will actually... Okay, so if you have any audio problems, like music not playing, just literally go inside a domain, and the music will come back on. And if you don't want to hear any music in the game, without turning the music off, because you probably will forget that you've turned the music off, then just launch your game. At least now we can listen to the good Inazuma music. We're also going to go to the chasm and screw around in there. Here's a quest I left behind. Still raining, huh? This is the 5th time. I just don't get it. Just say it. What was the problem this time? The problem this time, Miss Kuhara, is that your performance just now was completely passionless. When I wrote those lines, my heart was bursting with an empty yet fervent passion. Yes, empty yet fervent. I need you to be more patient. Use your voice to express this rich emotion. Is this gonna be some long quest because it has camera angles? There's no way it's gonna be a long quest. Huh? An empty yet fervent passion? What does that even mean? Wait a minute, didn't the casting call say that script was written by a famous writer? That's absolutely right. This story was adapted from a novel written by the renowned author Kawabuki Iki, and who adapted it, you might say? None other than myself. Miss Kuhara, Mr. Zazano, I am very sorry for making you both go over this so many times. But it's all worth it for the sake of artistic perfection. As such, I hope that... Hold on, I only know one Kawabuki Iki, and everything he submitted to the Yai Publishing House always got rejected. But he wouldn't accept that, so he started publishing his own novels, but not a single one sold in the end. Don't tell me you've been put through the ringer in times for some... 11 times for something that guy wrote? I've had enough of this nonsense. That doesn't look good. Seems like Koharu's seconds away from flying off the handle. Let's go say hello. I literally started this quest because I thought it was going to be quick. If it takes a whole episode to not finish this quest, I'm going to be, ooh. So Xavier, are you guys filming? Long time no see. Oh, Lumine and Paimon, my dear friends, how marvel it is to see your familiar faces at a time like this. I cannot remember, is this my voice or is it not? As you can see, following the 7th Samurai, I finally came up with a way to secure the necessary resources to shoot another film. The lead role hasn't been decided yet, but thanks to Lord Kamisato's generosity, the funds, props, and nearly all the other early stage problems have been taken care of. If you don't mind, could I ask if maybe, possibly, you'd all remember our assignment from before? I believe so. Lumine's a friend of the Yasho Commissioner, so you all knew each other? That's right. Lumine was the first friend I made in Inizuma. The Betui who dumped a bunch of work on me and these non-communicative samurai don't count. If you made friends with Lumine, I guess you can't be all that bad. Well, it seems like Xavier's got some chops after all. We're very good friends. You really think so? Even though I've never said so. I, for my part, have considered you a true friend right from the start. You aren't just my dear friend, you're my esteemed, reliable, true friend. Well, since we're friends, you don't have to call me any of that. Or maybe it's just this one. Of course, and here you are right at this most desired moment, like an oasis in the deserts of Sumeru, precious and timely. And timely, I'd say. Well, so long as, per our previous agreement, you remain willing to play the role of the female lead in my new film? So what do you say? Will you be my female lead? I would be honored. Paimon can attest to Lumine's ability to improvise. We've traveled together long enough, after all. Getting her to be the main character is definitely a win for you, Xavier. Absolutely. I have no doubt of that. Well then, Miss Lumine, here are the scripts for the next 2 scenes. Your scenes are Act 1, Act 2, and Scene 3. I have highlighted your lines, so please take note of them. Well, it took this much effort to find the right person for the lead role. I might as well give this one more try. Fine, then I will too. Okay. I'm gonna screenshot this. Yeah, I'm not about to remember this. Hold up. Okay, I got the picture saved correctly.
Everything looks so official. Paimon's looking forward to watching your performance, Lumine.
You sure are straightforward. It's not like I want to make things difficult for Mr. Xavier. Anyway, I hope you won't have to do it 11 times over like we had to. Excuse me, but did you come to oversee the filming at my master's request? It was, Furuta who was a little worried about you. She was? I guess I've not grown up enough yet if I'm still making her worry. No, I didn't want to talk to him again. Well, if you're ready, we can go ahead and begin a test shot. Good, then let's begin. This won't do. If this can... Smoother, Mr. Sasano, smoother! These lines are just so awkward, though. We'll have to sacrifice ourselves. With feeling, Miss Kuharu, once more with feeling! How did this happen? But I won't lose like this. Don't underestimate my resolve. Very nice, excellent performance, Lumine. Mrs. Sasano, Miss Kuhara, you two need to go over our script. The next scene is between you two. We need to do better than this. Lumine, we have a lot of battle scenes up next, so you'll need to complete them with the extras. Try to use the flashiest moves you can. I have a lot of faith in your abilities. I know your performance will be stellar. Oh right, this thing again. Okay, actually the in-game sound is now broken.
Out of the frying pan, by royalty.
Rescue? What does rescue mean?
Windblade. Go in one.
No, don't run off. You're making this take longer. Was I on a tree? Get off!
Let night fall.
You cannot be climbing a tree right now. Faster, faster, faster.
Nice and spicy. I summon thee.
I'm gonna have to beat him first to save them. Shit, can I actually do this in the time given? I'm gonna have to find out. Fuck me.
Out of the frying pan. All is revealed by
This isn't gonna work.
Windblade. Get them.
Fuck, stop backing up. I need this for power. Oh, you're kidding me. You did not throw me that far away.
No rest for the wicked.
I'm starting to panic a little there. What do you want me to do? Oh. Mrs. Asano, Miss Kurihara, I'm disappointed in both of you. The difference between these crude shots and true film is like Mondstadt's dandelion wine and apple cider. One is alcoholic and one isn't. Oh, they simply aren't the same thing. Heavens above, I just don't even know how to describe it. You can't remember your lines, your readings are all over the place, and you're not giving me any emotion. How am I supposed to work with that? This is a crime against art. This can't go on, my friends. I'm really sorry that you're so disappointed, but I don't plan to continue taking part in this. You can reprimand or punish me, but I'm not going to keep doing this either. Mr. Sasano, I mean, I know that there have been some issues with these performances, but it's nothing a few more rehearsals can't fix. There's no need. We could practice 100 times and I still wouldn't understand what your script is about. I share the sentiment. Well, why would these two characters suddenly sacrifice themselves and run off to where the enemy is? No matter how you look at it, it just doesn't make any sense. They're just dragging the main character down. And the lines at the end are so awkward. I feel embarrassed just reading them. In short, I quit. Goodbye. Yep, that's that then. How could you...
With Sasano and Koharu gone, we shan't have enough actors to continue filming. This is bad.
There, it's okay. I'm so sorry. Your efforts... I fear they shall go to waste now. It's fine. Let's think of a way to remedy this situation. I confess. I'm at a loss for words. I'm going to Uyo restaurant for a moment. I need to be alone. I'm sorry. We'll talk about this matter the next time we meet.
Now Xavier's gone too. Seems like he's in pretty bad shape. He must be taking the argument they had earlier really hard. Do you think we should go cheer him up a bit? Pai remembers him saying Uya restaurant. If you think we should go, then let's go.
I mean, I really thought this was going to be a quick quest. It's surprising me this is longer than I thought. Down this way. All I know is this quest better give me primo gems at the end of it. I practically am just the Genshin Impact community, like, when an anniversary comes around or something, they're like, shut up, just give us primo gems, we don't care. Primo gems this, primo gems that. Anyway, apparently the standard banner's getting updated. You're not gonna catch... you found me. I'm not gonna have a real one.
You shit reeks of booze around here. You're drunk, aren't you, Xavier?
Go easy on the drinks.
Don't say that. It's ruining the vibe. You sound like my mom. Come on, let's actually drink together.
Maybe some other time.
What kind of friend are you? You're no fun. When it's just, right when we were filming, I was being questioned madly, so yeesh. Actually, I don't blame Miss Kuhano, or Mr. Zazano. They were very cooperative at first. That is to say, or I think that is to say, it's probably because I'm, not that talented.
You just need a little more experience.
You really are a good person, you know that? You're so good. Here, let me give you a hug.
Hey, a minute ago you were so drunk as a skunk. You're not taking advantage of the situation to get chummy with us, are you?
I think you've had a little bit too much to drink.
You know that the film I worked so hard on before? Well, the higher-ups at the Tenryou Commission didn't like it that much. They didn't come right out and say it, but they were totally silent, which means they didn't approve. But I refuse to accept this, I refuse! This time I was able to get funding from Lord Kamisato to make this film, so I must take this seriously, don't you think? My dearest, most adored good friend, you're closer to me than a sibling, so I'll tell you something about me. I'm an engineer, but I think I can be more than an engineer. I've read a lot of books, and I can write stuff. I could also be a film writer, an actor, a director. I'm not talking out of my hat here. I could really do it. Don't you believe me?
I believe you.
Great. I could kiss you, I would. But I drink a smidge too much and my breath stinks. Don't get the wrong idea, Lumi. I just think you're truly my most dearest and bestest friend. My best friend, I treat you to a meal today. And I won't take no for an answer. My dear fellow, we order for you, correct? Come, my friend, order whatever you'd like.
Hey, bird egg sushi.
That's all? No, unacceptable. You're my best friend, the best friend of Xavier, man of Fontaine. Being stingy with my friends would damage my character, and I, if nothing else, a person of character. My dear sir, we'll have the tri-favorite skewer, tonkatsu ramen, and whatever else you serve here. Understood. Erika, one of everything for this table.
PS4, please calm down.
Dear Lumine, dear Paimon, now this is what I call a real meal. Come, let's eat for our dreams.
Actually, I kind of got a real one. There you go. I don't know if you even heard it. Thanks for the hospitality.
You're a good guy, Xavier. You're Pylon's best friend. Oh, one of them anyway.
How was everything? Simply divine. I could taste the lake in your rice and fish. The sweet and delicate aroma is just what I would have in my hometown of
Whatever that is.
Is that so? I'm glad you like it. Now, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but this film you've mentioned sounds very interesting indeed. Could you tell me more about it, if you don't mind? Oh, so this outlander has the resolve to stand up and fight when things get tough and pressive. But to be honest, there is little thought or hesitation involved here, as this person barely seems human at all. When they meet an enemy they can't beat, they summon up the courage to charge anyway. And they actually triumph. That sort of daring is actually rather frightening. You're still young, Mr. Xavier. I take it you've never experienced such life-threatening situations before. Certainly not life-threatening. No, but This is the reason why my script has been criticized, Well, let me put it this way. Is having an identical reaction first strictly necessary to writing a good story? From what I understand, quite a number of great authors are homebodies. Besides, I find this no-nonsense swords-drawn approach very Inizuma-esque. Since I've come to Inizuma, I should make some films with the Inizuman flair. Mr. Kabayuki's original work was also in this style, and in order to perceive these unique elements, I've decided to honor that source. How do you mean, Kabayuki Iki? An interesting lad, to be sure. Xavier, I'm moved by your dedication to film. I can't help but be reminded of a story I once heard. Sitting in a restaurant, eating and listening to stories like this is also so Inizuma. I love it.
I feel the same way.
Num. You guys go on. Paimon's just gonna finish up over here.
Long ago, there lived a named Sai Shashimura. Sai Shashimura was born to samurai pilots who worked for the powerful people. Well, they weren't very bad for themselves, but they weren't too bad either. But those pilots seemingly made a strange error in their work, incurring punishments and eventually submitting to their execution. Unable to accept their death, Sashishima toiled to find the samurai family that carried out their sentence. Truth be told, the responsible party did everything by the book, and the family serving as the executioner normally shouldn't have been blamed for the sentence they ordered to carry out. This family was also acquainted with Sasashimaru's goodness me. This story is pretty hard to tell without naming names. For now, suppose that the family responsible was the Wakayama clan. To all the good people in Inizuma named Wakayama, please don't hate me for this. As I was saying, blinded by hatred, Sashishima decided to take revenge on the Wakayamas. But by then, the person who had personally beheaded Sashishima Ura's parents had already passed away, leaving the eldest son in charge of Wakayama's estate. This person happened to be Sashishima's childhood friend, but now they had become enemies.
The story is about a family's falling punishment from above. This one.
Very clever, you hit the nail on the head.
Paimon knows. Something awful's gonna happen next. It doesn't matter if it's Mondstadt, Relay, or Inizuma. It always goes the same wherever you go.
Indeed. There's nothing new under the sun. People always lose themselves due to the same old things. I suppose there are plenty of stories like this one in Fontaine too. Anyway, before any action was taken, Sashimaru, supposedly remembering the old days, took out a Timari and a sword and let the eldest son of the Wakayama family choose between them. What does that mean? How should I know what Sashishima was thinking? Still, I think that the Tamari and the sword represented life and death respectively. Having made a wrong choice, the Wakayama's eldest son had no choice but to accept being pursued and slain by Shishimaru. What an ill-fated lad. But before Sashimaru could come knocking on his door, an illness took him. I don't know if that was lucky or unlucky. Dying of an illness and being killed both mean dying either way, so who knows what would have been better. It's hard not to blame Sashimaru for his death. If it weren't for the former's being bent on revenge, the latter wouldn't have needed to lay low until he fell ill. After that, the younger Wakamaru child immediately sought vengeance. Good grief, the cycle never ends, does it? Sashimaru was forced into hiding in the mountains before eventually disappearing. Some say Sashimaru fled in fear of the Wakayamas, while others say he let himself sink to the depths of the ocean to quench his burning hatred. Whichever ending you wish to believe, no one saw Sashimaru again. To this day, such fretful matters as hate and shame should all have flowed into the Kita ley lines and Sashimaru's death. Since this whole dispute has lost its source, just take "and all well was well again" to be the story's ending. That's it. So not even you know where Sashimaru went.
Yeah, all was not well at all. What kind of ending is that?
I'm sorry, but that's how the part I heard ends. After all, it's a tale that has been spread to many places, so such vengeance is unavoidable, or vagueness. Back to the issue. You see, Mr. Xavier, you need the story with an ending that leaves people wanting more. Mr. Ozokaki, I must say that you are indeed a gentleman of great insight. I wouldn't be surprised if the legend of Sashimaru took place in Fontaine, especially one of the legend's endings, the one where Sashimaru disappears to put an end to his hatred. That sounds just like what a friend of mine from Sumeru would do. I want to thank you for the kindness and the nudge you've given me. And not just the story. Your unique way of giving advice has given me just the inspiration I needed. I think I know what was missing from my film before. Thank you, Mr. Ozakaki. This is for the meal. If I can manage to write an even better script, I'll come back to offer you my most solemn gratitude.
Tell you what, I really envy your youth and drive, Chapler. To be able to befriend such a person is a gift from the gods. You must be a special person as well to have been blessed. Good things surely await you, and Mr. Xavier.
I was really hoping that was the end of the quest. I was really just thinking I would do a quest for like 30 minutes and then get back to the desert maybe. But it seems that's not the case. This quest that was recently added, apparently, it can't be that long. It has to end in this video. No way it's like 40.